When it comes to living a healthier lifestyle, it's not just about what's on our plate. It's also about who you're sharing it with. From Easter brunch traditions to passed down recipes, those meaningful connections and traditions can play a big role in helping you build healthy habits. Studio 5 Health Contributor Miki Eberhardt is here to explain. It's this weekend, Easter.
It's here.
It's here. And you have this long-standing family tradition that you guys always do. I can't wait to hear about it.
This is the weekend of the annual Frampton Family Easter egg roll. It's something that started before I was born, Amy, and I have memories as a kid growing up being excited to dye my hard-boiled Easter egg, show up at Grandma's house, and we eventually ended up at a church because we were so big. My mom's the oldest of 8 children. And we would show up, you draw a number out of a bowl to get where you're gonna be. It's like March Madness bracket style. So your name goes on the sheet and you find out where you're gonna be. You can go against a cousin, an aunt, a grandma, whoever, all ages. And what happens is you go, all you need is a table.
Okay.
And 2 strips of masking tape, and whoever you're up against, you go right up against them, up to that masking tape, and you go 1, 2, 3, and you let your egg go, and they crunch in the middle.
You don't give it force, or you do?
You do.
Oh,
You're purposeful on it. So that they let go and they smash, and somebody's will break, and somebody's does not. So somebody's, right, there you go. Someone will look at it and, oh, I win, and oh, you lose. And oh, it's great for kids to learn that not everybody wins, because there may be a few tears, but then they move on.
What if they both break?
They don't.
They never both break?
They don't both break. There's like a science lesson there, I'm sure. But
you
what
guys
happens,
have a trophy on the line and everything.
We have a trophy. This is a legit trophy. It is like solid wood with gold plates, and my name might be engraved on it twice, just saying. But it goes back to, it starts 1984, and the only year that we engraved COVID on it in 2020. So it is this great thing that you're so excited when you win the trophy, and then a year later when you have to go get it engraved, you're like, oh dang, maybe I don't want to win next year. Because you gotta go get it engraved. But it is like this family treasure, and my family, now all the families just do it within their own family because too many people. And as people have left and moved away or gone on missions or whatever, they do it wherever they are. And so it's been this really fun tradition that we look forward to. We connect, we bond, we laugh.
I've been looking for, because my kids this year, some of my kids still want to do an egg hunt. Some are like, but this would be something different that would be so fun.
It's fun.
It's competitive.
It's competitive, and only one person wins. So it's like, I mean, we have this video of my brother like telling my little nephew, like, sometimes there's winners and sometimes there's losers, and today you're a loser. You know, like, just here's the hard knocks of life, kid. But it's just fun.
Okay.
It is a fun tradition.
I love it. I love the idea. I think I'm going to do it. Thank you, Miki.
Send me video.
Okay, so the egg roll, one tradition, that is an opportunity for healthy benefits.
Right, because we see health as a whole, right? Something like that you look forward to, you're connecting, you have this family unity, you're deepening these relationships, but there are other like physical health benefits that come from these types of traditions.
Okay, and the laughter. I think that, right? The best medicine.
Right? You just feel better in that regard.
Okay, and your first one is something I'm a big believer in, that we are exposed to new types of foods.
Yes, in our own households, we usually eat similar things. But when you open it up to more extended family, maybe it's potluck style, maybe it's, people are bringing different things, you are exposed to new things. And especially for kids that may be picky eaters, it takes 8 to 15 times for a kid to be willing to try something new. They have to see it, they have to see other people eating it, they have to see it on a plate. And maybe even you're around peers, a cousin or something that's like, oh, this is so good, you'll love it. That's a different spin than mom saying, try this, you'll like it, right? So exposure to new foods is a really important thing, and in families is a great way to do that.
That is a great way. Maybe we need to challenge ourselves to do something different, like those potatoes Maddie was doing.
Yes.
Those are different.
Totally. Not your typical mashed potato, and something a new way. I'm going to do them. I mean, they look delicious.
It's not like the one time my Russian friend brought some sort of like gelatinous fish, something, and I was like, ee! But I tried it because, like you, I think we should try everything.
This is a funny thing, Amy. In my family growing up, my grandma had this whole garden, and there were all sorts of vegetables. You'd show up and be like, what is that, Grandma? And my mom would be like, you have to have a courtesy bite. Like, that was like the thing. We have to have a courtesy bite. And my grandma loved whole milk, and we were used to like not as creamy milk, which So she was pouring milk and saying to my brother, like, would you like some milk or whatever? And he's like, just a courtesy squirt. just give me a little bit, but exposure.
I always say you could be missing out on your favorite food. You would never know.
I love that. It's
okay,
so true.
practice intuitive eating skills.
Yeah, so it's easy to honor your hunger and fullness when you have control over all of the food. But when you open it up to lots of different things, maybe things that you really like and don't get all the time, or even new things, it is a great opportunity to challenge yourself to stop when you're satisfied and not keep going because, well, it's grandma's best pie, or I never have sugar, or even watching your own children interact in that way and seeing how they do with those intuitive eating skills.
That's a hard thing to do at holidays, I
Yes.
think. What are the heart health benefits?
Okay, so this is a fun one. And I love this because, like, you know, when you have those connections, it feels good to your heart, but also there is this benefit of lowering blood pressure and reduced risk for heart disease when you have these family traditions. And I'd love to put a little asterisk there. Like, I recognize maybe in some family dynamics it will raise your blood pressure and not be that great. And hopefully we learn those good coping skills and boundaries from Matt and Liz. But the reality is, the more traditions there are and those opportunities to connect, there is this benefit for your heart health. I love that.
Okay, thanks for bringing that up. Okay, we're gonna talk a little bit about the blue zones.
Yes.
And you think, I'm guessing you think that maybe this family connection also contributes to those longevity of life that these places have?
Right, so these places have more centurions, people that live to 100 than anywhere else in the world. There's these 7 spots that are all over, and what they show is that, yes, there's certain foods they're eating, but also they have this connection that happens in these ways. They have strong family and connection ties, right? The sense of belonging, which is important. They spend time in nature, and I think about different family traditions or connections or reunions that do that, right? You're outdoors enjoying nature, or they have a strong sense of purpose. So in their work or family or spiritual practices, that they have that. And I think when I think of family traditions, I think of those things. And that is such a benefit that we're not just living long, but there's purpose to our living as well.
Okay, you've given us a lot of things to think about. When we do think about these, is there something that sticks out to you as most important?
The takeaway, I would say, Amy, is that it's worth the effort, right? Like, there's a lot that goes into these kinds of things, planning, logistics, food, assignments. It's worth the effort. And I have dear relationships to my cousins to this day because of some of those traditions.
The egg roll.
The egg roll.
The egg roll.
Yes.
Thank you. I agree. It's worth the effort. Yeah. Sometimes we just are like, I don't want to do it this year. And I think maybe sometimes that's okay, but usually worth the effort.
Yeah.
Let someone else have a turn.
Right. Let someone else host and be in charge.
Thank you, Miki.
Thank you.